The Analogue Pocket is one amazing little device, being able to play every Game Boy game known to man and more. But did you know that even compatible with GameCube games that required a link cable to play or transfer data to? Yep, games like Pac-Man Vs or The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures are perfectly playable on the Pocket using existing GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cables. Well, sort of. Because there is one tiny catch. Literally. The GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cable can't actually fit into the Analogue Pocket as is. And it's all thanks to these two little latches right here. Because unlike a typical Game Boy Advance, there's nowhere for them to slot into on the Pocket, making it impossible for the cable to form a physical connection. Haha, poor little guy. But as it turns out, there's a quick and easy fix for this. Although it'll require a bit of surgery, so it's a good thing we got Dr. Mario here too. But don't worry, even those without medical degrees should have no trouble pulling it off with our simple 3-step guide. All you're going to need is a small Phillips head screwdriver, and of course the GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cable itself. And possibly a set of pliers too if you're using a third-party cable. Although the overall process is very similar for both official and unofficial cables. But a quick disclaimer before we get started. Be aware that there's a small chance you could damage your cable in the process, though we'll do our best to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, are you all set? Let's do this. Step 1. Open the case. Using a small Phillips head screwdriver, remove the two screws holding the Game Boy Advance end of the cable together. Put them somewhere safe as we'll need them again later, then carefully open the case. Now, third-party cables may come apart pretty easily, but the official Nintendo one may require a bit more force, so be prepared to use your fingernails or a small tool to help pry it open. Just try to avoid applying too much pressure to any one side so it doesn't break. Once you pop the case open, don't worry if anything falls out, as it's all just stuff we'll be removing anyway in the next step. Speaking of which, Step 2. Remove the latches. With the case opened, it's time to remove the latches. And by that I mean, remove everything that isn't connected to the cable itself, which includes the two plastic purple latches, along with a pair of metallic bits. Just be careful to avoid directly touching the computer chip attached to the cable itself. You should be able to easily remove all 4 bits using your bare hands for Nintendo's official cable, and if so, you can move on to Step 3. But this step may be a bit trickier for those with third-party cables, because while the plastic tabs should still be easy enough to remove, the metallic bits might give you quite a bit more trouble. So this is when the pliers might come into play. But before we do so, I strongly recommend gently lifting the cable out of the case and setting it aside to avoid accidental damage. Once you have the cable out of the way, use your pliers to grab hold of the metallic bits while rocking them side to side to help loosen them and lifting upward. They should both pop out with just a little work. Alright, got everything out? Then it's time for the final step. Step 3. Seal the case. Now that you have the latches removed, carefully put the cable back into place if you removed it, making sure to line it up with the proper holes. Then gently put the other half of the case back on. After ensuring it creates a snug fit, lock it into place by tightening the 2 screws that you removed earlier. And that's it! You're done! With the surgery successfully completed, your GameCube to Game Boy Advance link cable should now work perfectly with the Analogue Pocket. As long as you don't mind that it hangs off the left side of the system a little bit awkwardly. But hey, you didn't have to buy a whole new cable, and it'll still work just fine on your old Game Boy Advances too. Just keep in mind they'll be a little less secure than before due to the lack of latches, but it should still create a pretty snug fit. Now go out there and enjoy playing Pac-Man Vs or wherever else you want on a bigger and better handheld screen than ever before. And with that, thank you for watching, and of course make sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on the Analogue Pocket and everything else Nintendo too. We'll catch you later. Bye everyone!